Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I'm here in the living room, just chillaxing a little bit, and figured I'd go live for a little while and just hang out with you for a minute, and we'll wait till some people join up and do a little uh, congregating. Right? Hope you guys are doing good today. I don't have a whole lot planned today. I got up and doing a lot of like like setting up for touring stuff. Hey Gene, how you doing? Elena, great to see y'all. Awesome, great to see you guys. I'm here in the living room today. What's up, Joy? Great to see y'all. I hope my connection is good today. Todd, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Um, I'm sitting here with my keyboard today. I don't know if y'all can see or not, but there's my keyboard. Um, but so yeah, I'm just chilling out. I thought maybe I'd play a little piano for you guys today. Debbie, Matt, what's up? Great to see you guys in here. Awesome to see you. Um, got a lot of stuff going on. I literally just booked like two shows this morning. It's just been coming in, thank God. You know, the other thing, what's up, Melissa? Um, it's hot here in Kentucky, is it? Well, it's kind of hot here too. Actually, it's hot outside. The humidity's really like way up there. So yeah. But no, um, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying that this morning, I was watching TikTok and I was watching this dude. Um, Business is good, Todd, for now. I mean, being a musician, you just never know when the tide's going to turn. That's the only bad thing about what I do. Well, there's a lot of bad things, but that's one of the bad things that happens when you're a musician like myself, an independent musician at this point. So, I'm really trying to build up my YouTube presence, and so you guys will know I've kind of explained this in the past, but um, I have to get a certain amount of watch hours until I get monetized, and then when I get monetized, I can actually do some really cool content, right? Of course, I still have to rely on y'all to subscribe um, and spread the word, of course. But at that point, my content will get a little bit more intense. Maybe have some people on and all that kind of stuff. Hey, baby, ASMR is down there. My fiance Denny, she's here, so it's always good to have her support. Jeans, what's up, Denny? Um, but yeah, so I am this morning. I was watching this TikTok, and this guy was talking about whether or not you should get your social security out at 62 or 67, right? So I'm 55 now, so I'm starting to think, okay, hmm, I got to start preparing for that stuff, right? So says I'm sorry if the laundry is loud. It's not loud. Hopefully you can't hear it. I don't really hear it out here, so we're just hanging. It's okay. Um, but no, but the whole thought process of the Social Security thing is, um, whether or not you should get it out early at age 62 or at the premium level at 67 or even wait till you're 70 and it goes up even more. But I tell you, the more and more I start to think about it and to hear other people's opinions about it, listen, you just never know what's going to happen after 62, man. You don't know if you're going to, I mean, your life expectancy is just not guaranteed. You just don't know. So it's like, man, do you gamble? Do you gamble and wait? Or do you go ahead and just retire at 62, make a little side income or whatever, nothing major, but just enough to kind of get you by or whatever, and just freaking chill, man. So I'm not really for sure. May not make it to 67. See, that's what I'm saying, man. You got to freaking live it up while you can, man. So life expectancy is usually late 70s. My husband started his at 62. I'm telling you, more and more and more people are starting it at 62, just simply because you never know. You just never know what's going to be around the bend. And um, this guy was saying from age 62 to 67, he made $107,000 or something like that in those years, right? So that's $107,000 that you can live on and you can invest, right? I mean, you're not going to make a lot of money, but you're going to make a little bit at that point, right? Or you could even use the money along with maybe some money that you saved up or whatever, so you can do a little property investment or something like that. Denny and I talk about that all the time. Um, I can go out tomorrow and I'm 30. Oh my gosh, you're not going to go out tomorrow. I hope to God you're not. So, no, don't do that, baby. But no, I'm here, and I figured I would just figured I'd play a little bit, right? Can you guys hear that pretty good? Right? I'll just do that to where you guys can see me a little bit. Yeah? Okay, good. This one was right. Y'all remember that? Um, that was one of the first songs that I had learned when I was in high school to impress the girls. Baby, are you impressed? Right? I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. That's why I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you don't know all I can. A big stone and a barrow. Yeah, that's why I'm easy. Yeah, I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Right? So I was doing that, or it's like see if I remember this. See, what was it? See, it was a "Don't Stop Believing." Yeah. See, yeah, what is it? See. see, what is it? Ah, there it is. There it is. Right? Yeah, so that was another crowd pleaser right there, man. You know, so I remember in choir class, I had choir class, right? So I remember when I first started learning how to play the piano and what have you, I would come in and learn some of the things that were, you know, like popular at the time. The other one that I don't remember at all was uh, "Open Arms" by Journey, right? So I sang Journey, and then there was also see see if I can remember this, man. Let me see if I can remember this. Remember that? Prince. Then whatever it is, right? Don't care what we do. I don't care, pretty baby. Just take me with you. Right? And then, of course, there was the one that, you know, I did the talent show. Um, I've a minute to cause you any sorrow. Yeah. I never meant to cause you any pain. I only wanted one time to see you laughing. Only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. So that one was a big one. That one was a big one. And then a lot of people didn't. This is going album deep with Prince. I was a huge Prince fan. Huge. I did this. It was called God, right? Love the progression. Right? But just Prince, man, anything Prince, I was nuts over Prince. I was nuts over Prince like Denny is with Elvis, right? I just couldn't get enough of Prince stuff at the time. Of course, I love Michael Jackson too. I can't play any Michael Jackson, but God, that was good stuff. But then the other one at the time was see. Think I'm crazy. I don't lie anymore. Kenny Loggins. What you're feeling, there's a reason for. I wanna do right. That bass line, man. So cool, you know. So yeah, listen to a lot of Kenny Loggins back then, man. let me see what else, um, the other thing that, a lot of people don't know was, like, for me, Ronnie Millsap was a big, influence on me, man. And he was such a great keyboardist and also singer, and just incredible, that Lost in the 50s Tonight, as you know, my uncle wrote that one, and was just like, whoa, killer. Um, but I listened to a lot of Alabama, right? And which, again, my uncle wrote When We Make Love by Alabama, as well. So, but let me see if there was anything. Oh, as a keyboard player, of course, there's always the Jerry Lee Lewis thing, right? You take my nerve and you make my brain. All that stuff, right? Um, Whole lot of shaking going on, rocking at the high school hop. But I learned how to play boogie woogie from a guy named Dump Rice. And I know some of you guys have heard this story before, but Dumpy was the keyboard player for Lonnie Mack back in the day, right? And he was the one that taught me how to that left hand, man. It's all about that left hand, because if you're playing this, that thing's got to move, right? And then all I'm doing is just, and like old schools say, right, right. So, but then he started telling me a lot of other stuff, like, it gets real tricky. Why you doing this up here, right? Right? It's like a little swing. Right? That's when it gets tough. Um, but yeah, so the boogie woogie stuff was like my bag, man. I just love that kind of stuff. I just couldn't get enough of it. Um, so yeah, so let me see if there's anything. Oh, and then also, see, Floyd Kramer. That whole thing where you kind of pedal the thing. That's all Floyd Kramer, right? Right? All Floyd Kramer stuff. Now you'll hear it also, like you'll hear Bruce Hornsby do it all the time. Like, say, what is that? What's the name of it? See, I forget the chord progression. Da 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 da. Right? That's just the way it is. Some things will never change, right? See, I forget it. Um, but yeah, I mean, even great players like Bruce Hornsby listened to a lot of Floyd Kramer. Floyd Kramer was like a big. He would make like instrumental records back in the 50s and the 60s and stuff, and I mean that that was kind of a feat back then to be able to do that sort of thing and just play an instrument. But he did it, and he would choose all these great cover songs and stuff. But he played on a lot of people's records as well. But yeah, so, but I don't know. I just thought that I'd play for you guys a little bit today, right? So let me check in with y'all over here, make sure I'm not losing y'all. Yeah, okay, all right. I haven't lost you yet, right? But now, for me, it all like really got serious like whenever I started playing piano in church, right? Like sing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Oh yeah, I played this in Elvis's church, right? When Denny and I went to Tupelo not long back. But no, to explain that a little bit, on the grounds where Elvis's birthplace was, his house, they've also got the church, his original church. They brought it from the original location over to his house, basically, or near his house, and you can tour this whole little section. And of course, they rebuilt a lot of it and so on and so forth, or whatever. But they got this old church or old piano in there, and I played, which was really cool. Now the piano was out of tune; it was terrible, but it was a lot of fun, Um, but I also learned, a lot of stuff, like even like newer contemporary stuff for back then, which is back in the '80s, I guess. I was playing like the Imperials and stuff, right? Listen to the Trumpet of Jesus, Russ Taff, and all that stuff, So I was really like heavily influenced piano wise, with what was going on back then, because that's so gospel, and I grew up Pentecostal, right? And then they do like see days and then I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, bye bye. I'll fly away. I'll fly away. Oh, glory, I'll fly away in the morning. When I die, hallelujah, bye bye. I'll fly away. Right, so I was playing that all in school for sure, and then the old rugged cross and how great thou art and all that kind of stuff. It was just amazing. But once I got into it, man, I just couldn't get enough of it. And I started learning a little bit more about the theory, the music theory thing, right? And how it all works. And maybe one of these days I'll kind of give you guys a little tutorial about some of that stuff of what I know. I don't know. Denny and I were watching this really super cool guy, Rick Beato on YouTube. Used to play with Steely Dan, keyboard player, plays drums, plays guitar, but just a very talented dude. Got a great show on there that I watch, and the guy really knows his stuff. And so, I'm an amateur when it comes to that sort of thing, with people like Rick. He's such a skilled and just he just knows his stuff, man. But I know just enough to kind of get by, right? So another one that influenced me too was Ray Charles, right? And I played the Georgia, Georgia. Song of you comes as sweet and clear. There's moonlight through the pine. I love playing it. Love the progression. Going to the 3 major, to the 6 minor. I don't know what the heck that is. Down to the 4, diminished. Back to the 1, 6 major, 2 major, 5. Back to the 1, to the 4, turn it around. I love it, man. I love it. I like early on, I really thought, well, maybe I should just stay in the studio. Maybe I should just, play music in the studio, because I loved the studio, still do so much. A lot of my friends, that's all they do. They're studio musicians, and they get called to play on this record, that demo, that music project, whatever. And I love it. I do. I love being creative on the spot. It's like, okay, Brady, do a solo over the 1-4-5 progression. But for me, I felt a little pressured when I did that. I was like, oh God, here I go. I gotta come up with something creative really quick. And for me, I don't know. I like taking my time, as you can tell. Even the way that I talk, I like to take my time, man. I'm an anxious person anyway, and I'm going a mile a minute in my brain, but I like to try to speak slowly, do things slowly, so I don't mess up too bad, right? But a lot of my musician friends, they're on all of those records, man. I like all the guys from Petty Junkies. All of those guys are studio dudes. And God bless them for it. They're so good. Now, now they play live gigs as well, as you know. Gordon's out with Garth Brooks, and he's been out with Peter Frampton and all kinds of stuff, and I mean, I've played on some studio stuff, but I don't pursue it. Maybe I should, but I don't know. I like working on my own stuff and just creating. I mean, if I'm just sitting here, like maybe like I'm gonna come up with something that sounds like, like a ballad, like a Richard Marx kind of thing, right? I'd be like, right? And that's just kind of like, because I still be right here waiting for you, right? I don't know, but yeah, but you just take from some of those classic songs and just kind of put together your own little thing. Maybe you don't start on the C. Maybe you start on the 5, where you go. There's the 1. See, so maybe you start the intro out on the 5. Oh, so this is not. This is the 6 minor. See, back to the root. So I like doing those kinds of things to where I can kind of like do my own stuff, man. Like figure it out by myself while I'm going along, right? So, but anyway, so I just thought that I'd kind of give you guys a little bit of a lesson, if you will, on how I create here at the house and what I do and so on and so forth, especially when I'm on the piano. Now, when I'm on the guitar, I'm a little bit more of a hack, right? So I'm more just kind of like it's a rhythm, like on the keyboards, like the let's say like a God Bless Texas kind of thing. Say see, that's more of like a dun, 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 dun. It doesn't quite as give you that chunk like it does on the guitar, right? So that's the reason why I pick up the guitar sometimes, or that like an Amy's Back in Austin, where you're strumming run down 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 down. It doesn't quite. I don't know. It's not the same kind of. There's more of a rhythm, right? So it all depends on the type of song that you're writing. For me, it just depends on the mood that I'm in, and what I'm. Oh, somebody said, "Can you play What Were You Thinking?" Oh my gosh, if I can remember it all. Let's see. So you think I'll be alright, and I'll forget you in time. I won't want you here with me every night. We can still be friends once in a while. Think again, 'cause maybe you're wrong. How can I just be friends with someone I've loved for so long? What were you thinking when you turned your back and walked away? Who do you think you're leaving? Did you think I'd let it end this way? What were you thinking? You're gonna break my heart. You have to do it the hard way. And if you're really gonna tear us apart, can't you think of something better to say? You'll always love me, and you need some time only trying to tell me goodbye. Stop trying to be so kind. What were you thinking when you turned your back and walked away? Who do you think you're leaving? Did you think I'd let it in this way? What were you thinking? I would never want to leave you, but if I were to leave you, I would never leave this way. How could you leave me this way? What were you thinking when you turned your back and walked away? Who do you think you're leaving? Did you think I'd let it in this way? What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Baby, what were you thinking? There you go. Yeah. That was one of the first ones that that I wrote for Little Texas, right? So like back then, it was mostly Porter, Hal, and Dwayne O'Brien writing most of the stuff on that first record. Like Some Guys Have All the Love and First Time for Everything, and my favorite was pulling off the highway on your side of town. Turn past the railroad tracks and turn back around, right? Remind me of an old familiar time. Life was simple then, when your love was mine. There's a cool wind on the desert tonight. I forget even how it go, right? But that was written by Porter and Dwayne, which, again, that was my favorite song that they did. Now I like First Time for Everything as well, you know. There's a first time for everything since you said goodbye. There's not much of anything since I haven't tried. It's just a lot of it's just a lot of stuff going on that, man. It's just, you know, if the whole band's not doing the whole thing, it's just a little like, okay. But anyway, so yeah, but when I started writing tunes for that first record, I was just trying my best to keep up, really, you know, and trying to write something that was relevant and something that we could actually use. And What Were You Thinking made it, right? And then, of course, Tommy Barnes and I wrote it on a guitar. Say, only been a week, I ain't had no sleep since you've been gone. Thought I was strong enough to make it. I'm too weak to make it on my own. Right, so we wrote Better Way to Lose My Mind. And then, again, wrote it on the acoustic, but Down in the valley with the Rocky Mountain High, right? I wrote that one by myself. Back then it was crazy. I think that that's the only song that Little Texas ever recorded that one of us just wrote by ourselves. And that was like an early attempt for me. And it made it. I think it was just because we needed tempo. I think we needed, we needed tempo in our set, because we were a pretty high energy band. And so, yeah, when I go back and start listening to that stuff, I'm like, whoa, lyrically, I think that I could have done a whole lot better, but it is what it is. But I'm still proud of it, especially it being early attempts for me, so. Right. So, see, My Love is one of my favorite songs. Oh, thank you, Marilyn. I appreciate that. My Love. Yes, yes, yes. I know. And now My Love, if I think I've told you guys before, but that song was almost finished when I heard it. Tommy Barnes had wrote most of it himself, and it was just such a great song. I was like, man, you got something here, man. But Porter and I stepped in to kind of like shape it up for Little Texas, and because Tommy's was my love, are you ready for my love, my love, my love, my love is ready for you, my love, right? So he went right back to ready for my love, my love. He'd circle it around, but for us, my love, are you ready for my love, my love, my love, my love is ready for you. If you're looking for a heart that's always true. And then Porter did this, only to you, right? Which is a nice change. My love. And then we come back to Tommy. My love is ready for you, right? Which is mine. Porter. Mine. Porter. Right? So yeah, so that's how that one come together. Now, as you know, like what might have been musically almost all Porter. And I go back and I listen to it now and I think, man, Porter, you did such a great job on that. He really did. I love the whole sure I think about you now and then, but it's been a long, long time. Goes to the minor, right? I've got a good life now, I moved on. So when you cross my mind, goes to the 5. I try not to think about what might have been, 'cause that was then, and we have taken different roads. We can go back again, there's no use giving in, and there's no way to know what might have been. Yeah. I've never played it on the piano. It's pretty on there. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. This is back then. It says what you say here? Back then was when I first got a crush on you, and then you married your ex, and I was heartbroken. Sorry, Bridget. Sorry about that. Oh man, yeah. Well, listen, life, man, life takes us in crazy crazy directions for sure, you know. And yeah, that song, you know, what might have been a lot. You know, actually, the song was written about my first relationship with Roxanne. But you know, listen, that song has meant many things over the years. It's pretty wild, you know, because I mean, shoot, I mean, we all have situations where we don't end up with the one that we thought that we were going to end up with. You know, it's just kind of how it goes. And thankfully, Denny and I are with one another. You know, I'm so thankful and grateful for her. So yeah, I'm just chilling, y'all. I'm just chilling and kind of you guys hanging out with me here today, and right, kind of showing you what I know, what I don't know, right. Let me see if there let me see if there's anything that maybe you know, the one song that I don't play out very often, and I should, but I just don't. I haven't like actually sat down and learned it in a long, long time. Is "Best Is Yet to Come." Um, let me see. So if you feel like giving up on me, don't look down deeper in your heart. Hey, bud, it's just another rainy day that's waiting for the sun. Baby, please don't lose your faith and run. Best is yet to come. There it is. No, sometimes. I know sometimes you think I'm losing touch. Use my misfortune. My heart aches like a crutch. See, I forget. I don't know. I forget how it goes. But I'll learn it. I'll learn it. I've been thinking about doing that song for quite some time. Song me and Rodney Crowell wrote, and I've always loved that song. It's just a cool tune, man. So I'll try to get that thing back out and you know try to play that thing. So well, listen, I'm going to let you guys go for the day, but like I said, please continue to watch my videos and stuff, even if you just put them on the background, right, and just let them roll. It really helps my watch hours. It really does, and it gets me closer and closer to getting monetized, which means that my stuff on here will get better, right? Instead of just me hanging here, I'm going to have some guests and get a little bit more deeper into what I'm doing. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great day, and I love y'all, and we'll talk soon. All right, great to see you, Jean, Bridget, Joy, Marilyn, Connie. Let me see who else is Debbie. Oh, see who else is in here. Todd, Denny Baker. All right. Okay, you guys take care. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.